garlic, mozzarella, stuffed garlic dough balls. That is a nice thing. So we are going to use some mozzarella. Do you know, I've just got some normal butter. It's the spreadable butter. I'm just going to have some oregano, garlic, salt and pepper, nice and easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take a spoon of butter. I'm not even going to measure. We can just do it by our eye, can't we? I'm going to put this in a bowl, mush it round, good technical term, spread it round to make it a bit more soft. If it's a bit hard, just put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. You don't want it melted, but you don't want it to be really hard, okay? We'll leave that there, and we're going to do our garlic. So I'm going to take the end of my garlic, and just remove the skin. Gordon Ramsay style, keeping everything nice and neat. So we'll put this in the rubbish. Okay, so flat of your hand here, the knife nice and flat, bang, okay? And then we're going to just dice this up. Okay, you can always rock your knife. Okay, it's nice, lovely. Now you always wipe away from your knife. If you go this way, you'll cut yourself, but wiping down is absolutely fine. Okay, with the blunt bit of the blade, I can get everything off. Okay, so I'm going to add that to my bowl. Keeping everything nice and neat. Okay, some salt and pepper, flavouring, nice amount. Salt is, you don't want to over salt stuff, but there's certain things, and I do think a little bit more salt than you anticipate for garlic butter. And I've literally just got oregano because that is the flavour of Italy, isn't it? And pizza. Okay, so now I'm just going to mush this together. Garlic batter is all done, so that's ready to go when our bread dough comes out. And the mozzarella. So mozzarella comes in a little bag, and it's made, traditional mozzarella is buffalo milk, but to be honest, cheapy mozzarella is just made with cow's milk. And if I take it out, you can see all that water. That's to stop the cheese going off. So if you've got mozzarella spare at home and you think I'm going to use it tomorrow, do just put it in a little bit of water and put it in a pot, because otherwise it will go off. Right, I'm going to dice this up into little tiny balls, and then I'm going to use this to stuff my bread dough. So I'm just going to cut them up. This is going to be so nice. I wonder if that's too big. We'll have to experiment and we'll see. Let's cut them into 3. I have a feeling that the bread is probably going to ooze out everywhere, but it's going to taste so good. Okay, so mozzarella ready, garlic bread ready. Now we're just waiting for the bread to rise, and we'll check that and we'll come back. Mozzarella, stuffed garlic dough balls, bring it on. So I've got a little bit of bread dough. We've chopped up our mozzarella. Our butter and garlic mixture is looking really lovely and soft. So now we've just got to stuff it. Now this is a disclaimer to say that I think the mozzarella is going to come out and explode everywhere, but it is going to taste amazing, so I don't care. So I'm going to cut my bread, my dough into little circles. I'm going to spread it out, and I'm going to put my piece of mozzarella in, which might actually be a bit big, but you know, we all love cheese. I'm going to tuck it in, because we're trying to stop the mozzarella from exploding out, okay? So we want the top to be perfect, because that's our finish, and then we want all the seal to be underneath. Now I'm going to put it in a dish with sides, just in case it does explode out everywhere. And let's do a few more. So I'll do that one more for you. So spread it out. Okay, put the mozzarella in. I think that's a bit big again. And then I'm literally going to pull it over. Okay, and tuck it in, and then turn it around and smooth it over. You want your dough balls to be roughly the same size. 1, because if you're sharing them out with somebody else, let's face it, they're going to want the bigger one, and you want that too. And 2, because they cook much better and evenly if they're all the same size. So this is a giant bit. Let's see if this is going to work, shall we? So I'm squeezing it all to try and prevent that mozzarella from coming out. So I don't want any holes. Look, there's a tiny hole there. You can see a little bit of the liquid. So I'm just going to squeeze that over, make that look nice, and we'll do it for the rest. So I've got my pan. I'm going to put a tiny drop of oil in and just use my hands, put that at the bottom just to stop the bread dough from sticking. Then I'm going to put all my dough balls together. And if I made some more bread, I'd have more. And then my butter is really nice and soft now, so I'm literally just going to dab it over my garlic butter. Oh, everyone likes garlic butter, don't they? Right, dab this over, and then we'll put this in a warm place to prove for a little bit before we put that in the oven. So there we are. Let's put that in the proving jar. I really should be fancy and go, and here's one that I've made earlier, but I haven't quite made it to that stage yet. Been proving for a little bit, and I really hope this is going to work. Okay, but they look really good. The dough's really soft. So let's put them in the oven. I reckon about 10 minutes, and we'll have a look. And just, you know, fingers crossed that it doesn't explode. But they smell really good. So we'll put them in the oven. We'll set the timer for 10 minutes. And we'll see what happens. So I think that this could have done with a couple minutes less in the oven, but because they're a little bit browner and a little bit harder, and if you think about dough balls, they're normally quite soft, so I think I would next time cook them for less time. And also, the mozzarella has squirted out a little bit, which I was a little bit worried about. But look at this, this looks amazing. So I'm going to cut them all up. And the spare butter I've put in my little bowl, because, you know, when you have dough balls, and look at this one, let's cut this one in half. Ready? So you've got that lovely mozzarella in there. That looks fantastic. So let's put this on the plate, make it look nice. There we are. Garlic dough balls.